Hi, Bubblies! I will do the English version of my video tutorial about circle. If you like my channel, please click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so you will be notified in case I have a new video. And please like my video for for what? For what? Do you like my video for so that I can be more happy? I can think of anything else. Oh, yeah. So now we will discuss the conic section we are all familiar with, which is the circles. So what is a circle? A circle is a set of all points that are the same distance from the center. So the standard equation that we're going to use is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. If we're going to represent it with an illustration, this is the illustration of the circle. So as we can see, HK represents the coordinates of the center of the circle and R represent the radius of the circle. And so in your equation, please get the square root of the constant so we can get the radius. And always remember when you see an equation, H, K, R are all real numbers and X, Y are variables. Now, if we have this example, x minus 2 squared plus y plus 8 squared equals 81. So, ayan. So, 2 represent the coordinate, the x coordinate, which is h, and 8 represent the k or the y coordinate, and r square represents this number, which is 81. So to get HK, just remember that our formula is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. So therefore, you're going to solve for h. If you're going to transpose h to the other side, you will get h as positive 2 and your k is negative 8. Or to make a shortcut trick for that, just get the opposite integer in your equation. If you have a negative number here, h would be positive, and if you have a positive number here, your coordinate would be negative. So therefore, our coordinate for the center is positive 2, negative 8. And now for the radius, you will just get the square root of the radius. So as we can see, we have a perfect square number here. So just get the square root of 81. So the answer is 9. Therefore, we can now we now have the information about the center and the radius of the circle. To the second example. So now we will solve the center, the radius, and sketch the graph of this circle. So what is the center of this circle? If we can see, we don't have HK. It doesn't mean that we don't have HK. We don't have a number representing number that we can see in the equation that represent the HK or the center of the circle. In that case, it doesn't mean that we don't have a center. If you see this kind of equation, it means that your center is the origin of our Cartesian plane, or let's have a marker so that we can indicate the center, or we can say that our center is 0, 0, or the origin. How about the radius? What is the radius? So as I've said earlier, the radius is the square root of the number here. So square root of 49. What's the square root of 49? So the square root of 49 is 7. Therefore, our radius is 7. Now, we're going to sketch the graph of the circle. Now, since our center is 0, 0, it is located here in your coordinate plane. Here is 0, 0. And now, for the radius, just count 7, 7, 7 steps upward from your origin. 1, 2, 3. You don't need to count that. I know that this is 7, and this is also 7, and this is also 7. Actually, if you have a protractor, if you have a compass, you can just get the radius and then circle it. Okay, I'm so sorry with my illustration. You can make a more perfect you can make a more perfect circle than my illustration. My mouse is not cooperating with me. Okay, let's proceed to the next example. Now, in this example, we have an equation x minus 4 square plus y plus 3 square is equal to 9. We will get the center, the radius, and sketch it. So to get the center, just remember the formula x minus h square. I'm so sorry. Okay, now let's have a recall about our equation. So our equation is x minus h squared plus y minus k square is equal to r square. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, you have to, if you're going to solve for the center, just get the opposite of the integer of the opposite of the integer here. If you have a negative number, your h would be positive, and your k would be negative, because if you're going to solve hk, you're going to transpose it to the other side. It will become positive. Or with this, as we know, we have negative h, so therefore our h is positive. Okay, how about the radius? The radius, just get the square root of 9. So our radius is 3. So after identifying the center and the radius, we can now plot the graph of our circle. So first, indicate the center, find 4, negative 3. As you can see, I already have my center here, which is positive 4, negative 3. And then identify the radius, which is 3. Just count 3. 1, 2, 3. and 3 also to the other side. Or if you want, you can use, as I've said earlier, you can use a protractor for your circle to be more precise and neat looking. Yan. So this is now the sketch of our circle. Okay. Check out my next video. I will discuss how to solve the equation of the circle given the center and the radius.
I'm on the back.